So let's say this is a good opportunity. One of the main things that you can do to create your ideal relationship is to love now. Love now. Most people are waiting for the right person or the right relationship to come along to love. And they're going to be waiting for a very long time, because even when that right person or that right relationship comes along, often they're not truly loving. They're actually feeling a wanting feeling. In Spanish, when people don't say I love you in Spanish, they say te quiero, which means I want you. And that's often the feeling that people feel with each other, is a wanting feeling. And that is not true love. That is what you might think of as egoic love or human love. But if you want a truly loving and fulfilling relationship, the best way to create it is to love now. To be loving now.
Okay.
You can start just with little things, like you see a flower and it's so beautiful, you can love that flower. You get yourself a latte or something and it's delicious, you can love that latte. And just allow yourself to even expand that love and to stretch your lovingness out. That is a form of yoga. You know, in the yoga they do in studios, they're stretching the body. But the higher form of yoga is to stretch your beingness or your lovingness. And so the more that you can love, the stronger and the more flexible it gets. And then, of course, like attracts like. So the more you love, the more life will give you reasons to love.
It's literally like, that's so interesting. It's like when I first started doing yoga, physical yoga, my body was sore afterwards. Like I was shaking.
Yeah.
And it was uncomfortable. And I've noticed, if you notice, when you first start to really exercise the love muscle, it does feel uncomfortable. It feels like, I don't.
That's right. That's right.
That's so interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for that insight.
You're welcome. Yeah. That's a big one. Stretch that love muscle.
Yeah, just a little bit every day.
That's right. Yeah. And then the other thing too is, like, even people who oppose you or people that you don't like, see if you can love them instead. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them. Doesn't mean you have to support them. Right? Doesn't mean you have to like go along with what they're doing or allow them to abuse you or whatever. But see if you can love them rather than feeling hate or opposition towards them.
Mm-hmm.
That's another way to stretch your love, stretch into lovingness.
Yeah. Good way to work on. A good way to look at it, like keeping this analogy, is like those are the heavier weights.
Those are heavier weights. That's exactly right. Like loving your latte or loving a flower, that's a lightweight, but it's a good place to start. Yeah. Just to even notice that you are loving, right? Notice that you are loving that thing. And then to feel it and to even like see if you can, right, like expand it a little bit. Choose to not just be like,
that's cool.
Right?
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, even just like 5-10%, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, man. 5-10% every day is a huge progress.
Yeah.
Soon you will feel the infinite love of the divine. You will love like Jesus.
He's been looking out for me for a long time.
That's good. He's been looking out for me too.